Holy Vancouver, we are live. Welcome to the Chain Dogs podcast, where we talk about everything theme parks, amusement parks, roller coasters from all around the world. If you are listening to this after we are live on podcast, just to let you know, we do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on the official The Chain Dogs podcast YouTube channel. There we go. Guess who we got back? We got Mikhile. Wah, wah, wah. I need to get sad. That's how Yes, man. We're going to talk to you soon. Well, first of all, hello, Mikhile. Say hello to everyone.
Good afternoon. Or good evening.
Oh,
even.
yes.
That's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, that is weird. Because what time is it there?
It's noon over here.
Oh, God. That's so weird. That's so weird. So you've just woken up then. I'm guessing it's your...
Go on.
I was going to say, at the minute, you're working... You mainly work in evenings?
Yeah, pretty much. Some mornings, but mostly from like 2 p.m. onwards, and then like most evenings. Yeah.
Anyway, right, we're going to talk about more about that. But let's just say hello to our special guest, Sam Costello from YouTube. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, you look so comfy on that sofa. I'm pretty jealous.
Yeah, I'm pretty cotched actually. Yeah, it's nice. Just need to have a fan over there, but
I know. I've got my fan, but it was interfering with my microphone too much because it was like. So
you guys have needed like 3 fans just here, just in your face for the past like 3 days.
This is how close I've got this. It's like literally just on me. But yeah. No, thanks for joining us, Sam. How you been?
Yeah, I've been good. Shall I talk about the weather and say I've been hot like everyone expects? Is that too English? Weather's been mad.
It has. It's not been pleasant. I'll tell you that much. Have you been to any parks in this weather? Been to any parks this week?
No, I was going to go to Chessington, but yeah, quickly gave that plan up.
It's just shade, man. If a place hasn't got shade, it's not great, is it? We're not used to it in this country. We don't think of things like shade.
I guess Towers is the best for it, but like my locals are Thorpe and Chessington, and they've not got many trees.
No, but even with, I'm thinking like even with Towers, like there's not meant like a lot of their queue lines are out in the open, except for like 13, I think. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know.
Riveting chat, this innit? Subscribe.
Talk about shade. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, please. Thank you. Oh, we got Marcus.
I was about to say.
Yeah. So are they in Denmark right now?
Yeah, they're in Denmark at the moment, and Marcus just got his 500th coaster today.
Oh, congrats, man! That's big.
Yeah, that's big.
They knocked out the 2 Sommerland parks, I think. Dios and
Farah
Sommerland. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marcus. I think you hit them both today? I think they did.
Yes.
But yeah.
So let's just see everyone in the chat. So we got Dan. We got Carl. We got Rollerbags and Coaster Dad. We got no. I just said that. I was going to say we got Mike.
Mike. Key. Mouse.
We got Chris. We got Sam. Oh, no, Sam's there. We got John. Hey, who else we got? I don't want to miss anyone else. My brain's not working today. Well, it is really. We got James. How are we all doing? We got Emma. We got Vix. We got Bobby. Bobby. Got Treehouse Coasters. Jack. Did I say Jack? Got Luke. Be back 10th of August, hopefully. There we go. Good to have Luke back. Finally. There we go.
Put it in the calendar.
Thank you. Yeah, put it in the calendar, man. I will be, because then it won't be just like me and Mikhile. But yeah, we got a few bits and bobs to go through. Bits and bobs. Oh, it's Legoland, isn't it? We got a few bits and bobs. Not loads like last week. Oh my god, last week we had so much going on. But yeah, first of all,
hey, remember when we said we were going to keep each show till less than 2 hours?
Yeah. Mate, this needs to happen, man. We need to start getting it close to an hour. Because I honestly, the next day, I'm always just shattered because it's like, I get off the podcast and then I can't really chill out for ages. It takes me ages. But yeah, so
I've got the solution. Just move to Canada. And then you'll have the rest of the afternoon.
Mate, I like theme parks. I need to be close to theme parks. That's what I can't do. So how has the move gone to Vancouver there? Has it all gone how you wanted it to go and everything?
Oh, in terms of, I suppose, getting settled over here, it's been a bit of a slow burn. Just as I've been like getting a job over here, saving up money and stuff. Like, it's kind of been like we've been building up. Me and my friend Jordan, we've been building up this place just to how we want it, like slowly. But in terms of the city, like I'll just put it bluntly, I can't go back to England after living here.
It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. To be fair, I don't know much about Vancouver, and the photos you've been sharing and stuff, it looks like another planet. Yeah, it looks so nice.
Literally, like I didn't know much about this place. Like to me, like my perception of Vancouver was always like is this place that I always recognized as one of the more like renowned cities in the world and stuff. But it was always just out of my sort of my scope of vision. Instead of like when you think of Canada, you instantly think of Toronto and you don't think of really anywhere else. Do you? And then obviously the US is the US. So like over here, like that's your scope. And like Mexico as well, obviously. But Vancouver, before coming out here, it was always in terms of recognition in that sort of same like bracket as like places like Sydney and Melbourne in Australia, like places like I never thought I would really get to. But then I just get over here and it's like me and Jordan always like we joke about just constantly asking, why would anyone choose to live anywhere else? Because it's that this place is everything like I could have ever wanted it to be, and so much more. Like I've never been to a city or a region that combines like a big city, beaches, and like mountain ranges, like vast nature, all in one like small region. You can literally experience all three in the same day. Literally, that's not an exaggeration.
How cold does it get? How cold does it get in the winter?
So obviously I've not been here in the winter yet, but
have you not?
Believe it or not. From what I've heard, this is probably the mildest region of the country in terms of how cold it gets. We do good. What people have been telling me is that like winters don't get to like down to like minus 40 degrees and like up to your neck in snow and shit. Like,
because that's what I always see like from people. Like there's YouTubers I watch who are in like Canada, and it's like winter, and it's like they've all got like snowmobiles and that.
Yeah. And I mean, like the vast majority of this, to my knowledge and my understanding, the vast majority of the country is like that. Like, like especially up in the northern territories and stuff. And then like I suppose over in Quebec, in Montreal, and then like Ontario and stuff. But down here, this is pretty much the southernmost part of the country. Like we're maybe half an hour away from the US border. So like we're right next to the Pacific Northwestern states of the US. And like I'm expecting like maybe like a couple 2 or 3 weeks of snow maybe, but then like mostly rain. So it's kind of like similar to the UK in that sense. But
just a little bit more than us. That's quite perfect.
Yeah, like we're gonna see all 4 summers, not all 4 seasons even. All 4 seasons. Like we've got 3 moons over here. We're gonna see all 4 seasons, and like obviously like the summer has been super consistent. It's been like 25 to 30 degrees like consistently.
Claire saying, so who else is Googling Vancouver?
I was great on it.
I'm looking at Vancouver right now.
First one that came up was a moose. Have you met any
Vancouver
mooses?
Voice? Oh yeah,
I have
moose.
not. I have not met a moose yet.
What did
I've been sold a dream in that sense.
Oh,
have you seen you been to see the Canucks yet?
No, I haven't. To be like, I've just all my money has gone to just getting a house, like building a house up and everything, and then like I'm saving almost everything I can for.
I did not know what Canucks was.
I was about.
I thought it was like an animal or something. Like there's some animal, some cute animals.
For people that don't know, not me, what is a Canuck?
It's Canucks is the what's it called?
It's an ice hockey team.
Ice hockey.
It's an NHL team. Yeah.
So I googled Canucks.
The Raptors.
There you
is
go.
that one?
No.
I had a go.
That's a basketball team. I would go to a Raptors game before I go to a Canucks game, though. No offense to hockey or anything, but
I don't even know how offensive that is or not. I don't know. I have no idea.
Sure, you just don't say it. You just don't.
South Coaster says you've been to P&E Playland yet?
No, so they actually haven't. They may have done by now, but the last time I checked, they hadn't actually opened the wooden roller coaster called aptly named Coaster. Over there, yeah. So P&E Playland opened sometime in June, I think it was, and the last time I checked, like Coaster hadn't opened yet. But I really want to get over there and ride that because it has buzz bars, and apparently the airtime is fucking ridiculous on it.
Yeah,
like literal stand up airtime on it. I've seen videos.
Didn't you say that you've not done buzz bars yet? A coaster with buzz bars yet?
I have. To my knowledge, I've done one. I've ridden Phoenix at Knoebels.
Doesn't Blue Fire have buzz bars? Has that changed now? You know what?
I think it might. I can't really remember.
Pleasure Beach. I'm pretty sure it does. Someone, if you know what buzz bars are, let me know in chat. I'm pretty sure Pleasure Beach does, because I remember you saying that, and then I was like, hold on, I'm sure. Like it definitely used to.
I think it does actually.
I never like pay that much attention. You know, like when we're like all in a big get in. I'm like, oh, this is not buzz bars, but that's a good cred to get, man. That'd be interesting.
Literally, if you I think I think if you search like rider cam videos of Coaster on YouTube, I think one will come up where like you can. I think it's two women sat next to each other, and you can literally see one of them stand up on some of the airtime hills. Like it's insane. It's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get over to P&E Playland and ride that at sometime soon. I actually have another friend who's moved up to nearby from Florida. Who is an enthusiast as well. So yeah, whenever
why is all these enthusiasts going to Vancouver, man? Like there's no theme parks there.
Do you know what's funny, right? I won't stay on this thought too long, but like I've been thinking, I found myself thinking like Vancouver could do with like what, like imagine what Vancouver would be like with like a notable theme park here, even like a Cedar Fair owned park or a park like a Cedar Fair park or a Six Flags park or something like that. Not even like a, you know, like obviously I gravitate more towards the Hirsch End parks, the Busch parks, like all of those. But then at the same time, I'm like, you know, Vancouver's rate of growth over the past 20 years has been so substantial. They don't really need a park up here. There is so much to do here.
But like, also, it's a weird like when you look at how many theme parks like popping up in like Asia, and like United Emirates, like obviously it does pour in tourism It's looking at the tourism angle rather than
right.
locate for a just for a theme park. I mean, some people like enthusiasts probably would, but if it's that good, so if it is growing, then they might end up being able to get some good investment into like a bigger park or just an expansion on Peony Playland. So
you can say there's a gap in the market for it, but
it's like Scotland is in desperate need of like something, man.
But they're not like, in the grand scheme of things, Scotland, a lot of places it's easy enough to get to Blackpool.
Yeah, it is easy.
Yeah,
like compared to like Canada, like if you want to get from
but the thing is, like with Canada's Wonderland being the only like I mean like Marineland is right there, and obviously you got like Galaxyland at West Edmonton Mall and stuff, but like and obviously it's a completely different market. It's over in Ontario, but with Canada, the way Canada's Wonderland monopolizes all of that theme park money in that area, a park over in British Columbia, not even like it didn't even have to be in Vancouver, but or like just like nearby, just in British Columbia, in the province of British Columbia, it might well have the same effect in terms of just that monopolization of all those theme park dollars. Like the same way Canada's Wonderland does. It would be interesting to see. I wouldn't necessarily say that the region needs it because of how strong the tourism is in this city, but it would be interesting to see.
It gets the tourists spending money though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In a different way.
It has to be.
Also, like in Vancouver, you said that the weather's fairly mild as well, so that's not.
It would absolutely be
a barrier to entry, is it? So that's good.
It's just
let's do it.
It has to be like it has to be major. Like,
it is decided. We're between the three of us. We're opening a park in British Columbia.
We'll go on Dragons Den.
We'll do it. We'll do it. But no, I think the only way you can really get a draw to a city if a theme park's there or just outside, it has to be like major. Like, it has to be like a major theme park.
Yeah.
You can't just like pop up a little local thing. Going back to Scotland, for example, Scotland are probably their weather's a bit rubbish, like a lot of the north. But if you built like an indoor theme park, you could get away with it. There's some amazing indoor theme parks that the UAE have been managing to do because of like they have the opposite problem.
Warner Brothers World over there.
Yeah. So
one of the best in the world.
So anyway, tangenting already 20 minutes. Okay, so
now that's riveting conversation.
that
was good. So first of all, let's have a talk about this, because this one was quite funny. It just popped up. So did any of you see this about Icon? Icon finally got its letters on the one train replaced, but they as Owen has pointed out here, that is stencil, right? Like that is actually like the stencil, because the letters are connected. Like it's not even meant to be a design thing. Like that is full on stencil that they've just drilled on. And it wasn't well received, but it was just so funny. And the funniest thing is, Amanda Thompson, the owner of the park, agreed that they were hideous, and then the next day it seemed like they'd been sorted out now, so they're not on there anymore. So it's been completed. But
is it just the normal letters now?
Yeah, they've sorted it out now.
So what you're telling me is that Amanda could have easily just gone to her employees and told them that the design is hideous in confidentiality of the workplace, instead of airing out all their business on social media. Like that's what you say. She could have done instead of.
I'm only on Twitter,
embarrassing herself and the entire park in public.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious that she can get things done so quickly, obviously, when she knows what's going on. But yeah, there we go. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. There's that. She literally has no filter on Twitter. Yeah, Mandy's like my mum when she's had a couple of wines. like what I imagine should be like on Twitter. My mom's not on Twitter, but like, yeah, it's kind of just like no.
Literally, I just have to say, like, she is. I mean, I don't follow her, but like it is funny, like some of the stuff that she says on Twitter. But at the same time, it's like I know people who have gotten fired from theme parks for saying shit like that. Like for just like going off about the park on social media and stuff. Like, parks literally. I mean, not even just parks, like workplaces in general. They make you like they talk to you about like social media confidentiality and things of that nature, and watch what you say on Twitter or whatever. And yeah, I know people who have lost their jobs because of that. Like talking the way she was talking.
I can 100% see that. But when you're the owner of the park, it's completely different.
You can get away with it.
When it's like your family's park, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah,
Jim said you think anyone could tell Amanda to stop tweeting? Not a soul in the world could tell her to stop.
Man. It'd be like asking a brother to stop going around on his Segway. Not happening. So also last week, Splash Mountain at Disneyland and at Walt Disney World sunk again. It's such a hell, so magical. He's just waist deep in it. Oh my god!
It's not funny that it happened, but it's funny that it keeps happening.
I mean, it's funny to me.
Yeah, it is. It's really funny.
Like,
well, I mean, like they'd obviously be pretty like on edge at the time. Like,
yeah, I think you probably would.
I could just imagine someone on the front, the opening scene in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Like Jack Sparrow coming into the station at the end.
Yeah. I would love if like the park just gave them a load of like merch from the gift shop to wear to like replace their soggy clothes, but made them pay for it as well. Like,
like
that would be
a discount on it.
Yeah, that would be $200, please, with your 50% discount. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, but to me, this proves that like this ride goes down every single year for like to be like maintained and stuff. Like it's always down for quite a lot of the year. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. It was down for quite a while when we were there. We managed to get it on the last day we was there. But this just proves that it needs like a major rehaul really. It's obviously like getting on pretty old now.
Which Splash Mountain is this? Is this the one at Magic
Disney World?
Is this the one at Magic Kingdom that's getting turned into the prince? That's given the Princess and the Frog. Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. Which I'm all on. What's that?
Are they both getting Princess and the Frog?
I only know about the Walt Disney one. Walt Disney World.
Same. I think it might just be this one.
Is there another one getting done as well?
I'd assume both of them. Well, the two
you would assume. But then it's like Tower of Terror, isn't it? It's been rethemed at California's Adventure, but not at Walt Disney Studios. So I don't know. It depends because like with Disneyland, I don't know if they care more about like keeping it original.
History, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but no, they're saying that which one was first? Someone tell us which one was first because now I'm thinking.
Oh, Disneyland Park was first, but then Disneyland had the first Splash Mountain as well. Yeah.
Right, because we had this big debate about like not long ago, didn't we? When I was adamant that this Walt Disney World's Space Mountain was first. Everyone disagreed with me.
Wait, then Magic Kingdom did get Space Mountain first.
Space Mountain first, yeah. Because it was like the first computerized roller coaster. And it was, I remember it in the Imagineering story, and everyone's
Claire said on the recent announcement it had both parks logos at the bottom, so it might be both of them getting it. Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah,
I mean, like, so. I'm not sad about it going, to be honest. Like, it is a good ride, don't get me wrong, but
my favorite log film.
It's still going to be great, and it's not even like the concept art. It's not a million miles away from what it is now. It looks like better, and like the source material that this ride is based on is very questionable, even if it's not
questionable.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's just wrong. But I can see
just straight up wrong, mate.
It's just wrong. But obviously this hasn't got any of them in that kind of. It's like it's meant to be a different story of it, but it's still there. Like it's still there, and it's like
still a connection.
It's still a big connection. Sorry about that. Obviously, have to have a window open. The reason I thought Splash Mountain was that because do you remember the weird rapping video that they did for the opening of it? Oh God,
I feel like I do, but I don't. Like, I feel like I know what you're talking about, though.
I need you to pull that up now because it's like one of my favorite videos.
The one that came first was the one that recycled animatronics, wasn't it?
Yeah, from where was it from?
Why am I thinking?
Yeah, they reskinned it, didn't they? Like yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, right, so this is the rap. This is the best. This is some of my favorite videos. Yeah, so that is Disney World.
We're ready to ride Splash Mountain. Brother of the no.
Oh my God.
It's so cringe, man. This is like Disney going, what's cool? What's hip?
Yeah.
It's just so cringe. Well, there you go.
Okay, yeah. No, I do not remember that.
Oh man, I just love them old
it's the most Disney Channel thing ever.
Yeah.
So
stinks
good.
of Disney Channel.
particularly mid 2000s Disney Channel.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
One sec, I've just got to turn a light on because I'm getting dark.
Oh yeah, you are.
My natural lighting's gone.
Who you setting the mood for over there?
So there we go. So also this week, was it this week or was it last week? I don't even know. Shipwreck Coast at Chessington World of Adventures opened up.
I feel like it was last week.
Was it last week? I think it was.
I think so.
It might have been. Was it Friday?
Like last weekend or something?
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, this is Chessington World of Adventures. They've rethemed up one of their old areas into Shipwreck Coast. Basically,
which I had no idea that this was in the plans or anything.
We spoke. You would have missed it because I think about 2 weeks ago I talked about it like coming up.
Right.
But yeah, it looks really, really good. I'm trying to find images of it. First look. No, that's an old one. No. You was meant to go check this out, weren't you, Sam?
Yeah. Got too hot for me, so I didn't. What are we trying to look up?
Shipwreck Coast. I had a link here and it's not working, so bear with me.
I'll describe it. So around the Pirates Cove area, where the arcade was, there's now a water mania that's very heavily themed. It's got a lighthouse and everything, colourful.
Yeah.
Rock and timber tugboat from Thorpe Park's also there. Got a bit of a makeover. It looks prettier now. That's about it actually, but it looks.
You say blue barnacle as well, because that's like blue the theme, isn't it?
Blue barnacle, and then you got Sea Storm. Yeah, Sea Storm's back open, isn't it? I assume.
Yes. So. It just looks good. It looks like it's kind of. Oh my God, Mikhile, is that your keyboard?
Yeah, sorry.
I literally thought it started raining.
Now someone's outside your window with a machine gun.
It's so loud. But yeah, no, it's something that that area has needed for a while, so it's really good to see it get a nice little facelift. I'm just looking at Chessington Buzz. That's normally my my go-to thing. Here we go. So let's have a look. Sorry for podcast listeners, but yeah, we have it here.
but come chill with us at 8 p.m/12 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
just instead.
So that looks really cool, man. I love that how they've done all that with the ship in the background. Was that always like that? Was that ship or is that ship? I mean, is that like a building themed up to a ship? I can't even tell.
I think that's been upgraded or changed slightly. I don't know.
So that Rocking Tug's from Thorpe, isn't it? That was the one. What's that for?
I can't tell if the actual what's it called? Like the side of the mechanism. I can't tell if like the facade on it is like 3D or just like 2D. It's hard to tell because I thought Park is very much like 2D theming.
Yes. Yeah. So that's like an entrance, not portal, but advertising at opening. There's so much going on at Chessington. I need to get down there because I just want to see how the new coast is coming along as well.
They do a really
even
good
like
yeah, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, even with having missed you guys covering it on like the previous episodes and stuff, like even just in terms of seeing it on socials or whatever, I feel like it just popped up out of nowhere because I would like for my perception anyway, just because like I was obviously mindful of the Jumanji roller coaster and like the construction going on there, and then all of a sudden it's like surprise shipwreck themed area.
Yeah. I think it's because it's just like it was such a kind of a non-area for a long time anyway. That when it got kind of closed, like when you get to like our age bracket, you're not going to notice it, and it has been closed for a while. That whole place has. Blue Barnacle opened up. Obviously, I want to know what because Blue Barnacle still had all its pirate theming, and I really liked the pirate.
I hope they still got that.
So I hope they haven't just like got rid of all that just to make it look like it's still part of the Shipwreck Coast. But
yeah, the thing is, like, even if it is like just this generic nautical theme rather than pirates, you'd still have pirates in the sea. So it would make sense to have at least one section of it dedicated to pirates. And the rest be. So I'd assume they'd keep it. Chessington do this really good job of taking, let's say, like filler attractions and making them look really good. So like they've obviously not invested too much on the ride hardware in Shipwreck Coast. I think that's what it's called. But the area itself from those pictures looks like a really nice new area. It's kind of like what they did with like Croc Drop and Cobra. Like they're not what you'd call like an e-ticket attraction, but they've been dressed up to be one.
They did such a good job on Croc Drop that it did feel like an e-ticket attraction now because like
that's
it's
the point,
just it's so even though the ride itself is not an e-ticket attraction, like how many parks have got them, but what they did to it, it's like another level.
And how they marketed it, how they built it up, all the way up to opening, like it felt like the unveiling of a e-ticket.
Bear in mind, we was just coming out of COVID, and it was like the first new opening of anything.
It was the only one on time, wasn't it? It was the only one on time.
Yeah. But
I have to say I like the name Shipwreck Coast. Like it's simple, but it's effective. Like, they didn't overthink it with that, and I like that.
Do you reckon Drake and Mano are like really angry at them? They're like because it's a bit like an Adventure Cove, isn't it? It's not as not as in colours and stuff, but like the theme of it, like a kind of a coastal town.
I don't think they'd be too mad at it just because like
raging.
just over there, just Danielle just over there fuming me. Like,
that's how I do it.
Smashing the glass.
Never going to Chessington again. You can fuck off with your grayscale Adventure Cove. No,
grayscale.
I don't think they'd be too worried about it just because of how far in.
I honestly don't. I don't think they're generally.
Every theme park has like a Shipwreck Coast.
Where?
I mean, not necessarily just that, but like it's not the most.
What's their Shipwreck Coast
idea before?
What, Alton Towers?
Yeah.
Whether it's called like Amity Bay or something. You know where
Mutiny Bay? No, it's Pirates. It's Pirates.
Oh, it's all got the sea.
Nah.
It's got the sea.
That is well piratey. That's like proper pirates.
It's got
They're all under the same
it.
bracket. They're all in the same bracket for me. Anything. Thought Park has the beach and Amity Speedway.
Just to be fair, I didn't even think about that. That is full on, like that is full on Shipwreck Coast, like Shipwreck.
The tidal wave and stuff.
that whole sort of distressed fishing town vibe kind of deal, sort of like that with pirate, like just like the thematic idea of pirates. They're sort of adjacent to each other, aren't they? So
no,
like,
they're not. I'm putting them. They're not. They're different. They're different.
No, I'm not saying that they're the exact same. I'm saying like they can go hand in hand sometimes if a park wants to work them that way. You know,
you could kind of shoehorn it in, I guess. But like if you put like a pirate ship, in where tidal wave is now, like just pirates, like that'd be really weird. I don't think that'll work.
You could theme it up to be like I don't know, not a pirate ship, like a cruise ship.
yeah, you could do that. Then it's not pirates. Well, you could maybe have it like modern day pirates. Then it might work.
Modern day pirates.
DVD pirates.
DVD. Someone just said.
Can you imagine pirates on jet skis and shit?
I was thinking more like I've bought a lot of my pirate DVDs on the beach, so I just kind of made the connection.
Yeah, just like a little table.
MP3.
MP4, mate, get it right.
Yeah. People in chat are calling for everyone to do a Valhalla rap for Valhalla 2023. Emma's saying, imagine a line of enthusiasts dressed as Vikings doing a coordinated dance routine. I'm here.
Valhalla. All I'm thinking is Valhalla la 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 is Valhalla. Valhalla.
There we go.
There
Sam's gonna lead it. Sam's
leading
it,
mate.
Yeah. With bum bags and sunglasses as a nod to the original. Claire saying, I can finally wear the Viking hat I bought for Drayton opening before COVID got me. There we go. Yeah, we need to. I'm still dressing up as a Viking.
Claire, if this happens, I need that blog post. I need that as urgently as possible.
I'm 100%. There's a bunch of us that we were saying we're going to dress up as Vikings for Valhalla's opening because it would just be funny as hell. Just have those.
Yeah, I saw you guys had said that, and I cannot be more glad that I moved over here before you guys actually.
Mate. Yeah, to be fair, I get that because when we did shit shirts weekend, you were like, I've got my shit shirt on. I was like, mate, your shirt looked cool. Like,
it's a shit shirt.
And I was like, no,
I'm not letting you get
this.
It's
like
off.
A Hawaiian shirt. You had like a black shirt with a white stripe across it. And I was like, yeah, shit. I'm like, no.
If you want to wear that casually on an everyday day, then that's on you, right?
It's not subjective. Yeah, but I couldn't have pulled that off. Like somehow you pulled that shirt off, and I was like, it looks good. So no, still not having it. It has to be so in your face. Like mine had like flicking birds of paradise on it and stuff. It was. Dreadful.
No, I will admit it's not the worst shirt I saw as I was looking around, but it
was the only one.
it was shit enough for it to be shit, but still feel some semblance of dignity in it.
Was that the weekend when Cole wore like a leotard or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Emma bought him that leotard to go on the log flume. Yes,
that's so dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was so funny because it was like a kids area as well. And it's just like,
Carl,
we can't take too many. We can't take Carl. I fucking love those videos.
Yeah.
That's why he came over to America this year, just getting back at Emma for subjecting him through that last September.
Oh no, he's done a lot worse to Emma, probably.
Moving on.
So, talking of Valhalla, do we think that's going to open? Because I don't think it's going to open now.
That's not open.
Not this year.
I'd rather them not rush it open as well. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather them not be like, okay, let's quickly get this bit done. I want it to be. I'd rather wait a bit longer and get the full package.
I think the weird thing about it, and this is the thing, is like they're just not talking about it. They've quietly removed off the coming 2022 off the website. So it said that for ages up until like this week, I think, that they've taken it off the website. So
I had heard they'd done that. Yeah.
So it's, if you're doing that, do you know it's not going to open? And if so, just like tell everyone, because
I was literally just about to say that is not the way to go about it. Just be communicative and transparent about it.
But you can't brush the massive dark ride under the rug, can you?
No,
no one's going to notice.
Especially when it's like been so hot the last few days, and then like they're posting about the heat, and everyone's like, "Oh, if only you had a massive water ride in the corner of your park." So
what
it's
water ride?
Yeah, they're just like not really saying anything about it.
What water ride? Don't know what you're on about, mate.
Yeah. But I don't know. People are saying that there's no point opening it if you don't get it open at the start of the summer holidays. Which is like next week or the week. Is it next week? I think they break up, or this. I can't remember.
It makes sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So they're saying there's no point in it opening after that, and I'm like, kind of like, people ride Valhalla like in the winter, so they could still probably get away with opening it a little bit later on.
They may ride it in the winter, but do they feel good about it after they come off in the winter?
Yeah, my deadline is September. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Hopefully, because they've fixed it. But there's our daily Valhalla. Our weekly Valhalla
daily
bingo card.
Valhalla. We don't know when it's going to open again.
Got to pay the Shutterstock bill first. Yeah. We all remember that. That's expensive. But yeah, there we go. So that is Valhalla. So next up. So this is something I read the other day, and it was an old story, but I just wanted to quickly talk about it. Did you hear about this guy who got pulled over and then gave in the UK and then gave the police his Legoland driving license?
No,
I've given mine as my ID. That's mad.
So there was a police chase. There was a police chase.
That's
like a full-on police. I mean, oh no, don't want to do that.
But now I can just envision him in a getaway car from Legoland, like little Lego.
Yeah, this is what I thought, man. So, man who led police on 30-mile chase only had Legoland driving license on
it. First of all,
the way they blurred it out.
First of all, as if it means anything. First of all, I'm impressed that he still even has it.
yeah. This is the thing. Like, so apparently he had it from since he was 8 years old, and he's 21 now, and he's still got it.
I got mine from Legoland Windsor, and I can't remember. I can't remember when I got rid of it.
Yeah,
definitely an enthusiast. Get him on the pod.
I hope so.
It'd be a funny story to tell on the pod. To be fair,
these cars are what I imagined going down the motorway.
So pursued by two police forces, and a helicopter for 35 miles, the young adult was finally apprehended when his Audi A1 ran out of fuel.
Audi A1. Imagine driving an Audi and having a Legoland driving license.
Imagine getting a helicopter on you.
Yeah. It's just mad. I hope it's a Lego helicopter as well. It's like to be like a Lego movie.
I'm like, Sean, it's getting silly.
So yeah, there we go. I just thought I'd mention that in there. It just made me laugh when I read it the other day. So finally,
Joe said, imagine having the balls to just flash the cops, flash the police that after.
I know.
Like, what must go through your head when you do?
Just finally, just like, yeah, here you go, driving license, please, sir. There you go. But yeah, it's just mental. So for the main topic is Disneyland Paris. They've been rumored to have they kind of announced it. It's not even rumored. They announced they're having Galaxy's Edge come to Disneyland Paris. And,
back in
this D23, wasn't it?
Yeah. And this was part of like a massive £1 billion like uphaul of the whole entire resort. And they've just completed phase 1, which is Avengers Campus. So now everyone's like, brilliant. Now can we have Galaxy's Edge? And they've not really announced anything else from it for like ages now. And then so the president of Disneyland Paris, Natasha Rafalski. I hope probably got that wrong.
Yeah. However you pronounce that.
Name. She was asked about it. So they said, "Is it Star Wars? The third thematic area mentioned in 2018 concerned the Star Wars universe, but it's no longer mentioned today. Is it still planned?" And the president answered, "We are still working on the third theme. We will make an announcement about this when we are ready." So obviously this is kind of this. I mean, it is from Walt Disney World News today. So I don't know how. It's not like confirmed that it's not coming, but it just doesn't sound good. In my opinion, like that's not something surely you would be like shouting about it, or like just giving like a maybe, like, oh, maybe it's gonna come, but it's kind of like
it's the fact that it says, like, the quote says the third theme. It doesn't even use like Star Wars Land, or like not even Galaxy's Edge or anything, like even Star Wars Land, literally the third thematic area.
In terms of the expansion plan, wasn't it even I thought it's the second, wasn't it? Didn't it go Marvel, Star Wars, and then Frozen?
That sounds about right. I can't remember exactly, but I remember Frozen definitely being mentioned.
It was definitely those three. I can't remember for sure if it was supposed to be in that order, but it was definitely those three, and Avengers Campus obviously was supposed to be the first. I don't know if they had always planned for Frozen to be second, and then Star Wars, or whatever Star Wars will turn out to be third. But
so the world of Frozen being focused, which to me like that is, I'm glad that's happening, because like Frozen is such a massive IP that they've not even really like. They've
literally like
at all. Like if you think Disney, like
you've got the Epcot ride, which, sorry to Maelstrom lovers, like Frozen is well better, and it's good.
It is really good. It is really good. But what I will say about that,
and then like I think Frozen is supposed to be part of the Fantasy Springs area that's being developed at Tokyo Disney Sea as well.
I forgot about that.
So that one's being constructed now, I think, and the concept art for it looks really, really interesting. See, like I could get, like, sorry to no offense to anyone who really likes Frozen, I could care less about the Frozen movies.
But did it have a coaster?
Yeah, it did.
I think I'm obviously like the only reason I know the Frozen films is because our nieces who are like literally like, one of them's just past GCSE. That's how long ago the first film was out. Like they were like tiny. And then when we went to in early 2020, we did the Frozen ride. They didn't even want to go on it because they were like, it's kind of kiddie. It's like, this was your favorite film growing up, we're going on it. That's how long it's taken them to even do it. But even that ride in Epcot is really good, but it's
it Frozen Ever After, is it called?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
Mikhile,
but it was a really great ride. The animatronics are brilliant. They have like the kind of projection mapped heads and stuff, and it's great. But it feels like a re-theme because there's so much like just dark walls everywhere. It doesn't feel like I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's purpose-built ride. It still feels very like mechanical and like an old ride.
Kind of like shoehorned in there.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it was always. You can tell it was never always meant to be that. But it's just, even if you're not a fan of Frozen, like the actual areas they make, and because it's got that like what is it? It's not Scandinavia. Is it Scandinavia?
It's a Norway area, isn't it?
Norway.
Yeah.
It's got that feel to it. So it doesn't even matter if you're not into it. It just feels nice. It feels like,
I'm just very interested from a world building perspective what these areas are going to look like, because from the architect, like like within the Norway section of World Showcase. Like I'm a fan of that kind of architecture, and then like with the sort of buildings that are in the Frozen movies, and like the what is it, the castle? Is there a castle in the Frozen movies? I don't know. I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
but,
there is,
like how that's gonna look in, like, you know, like I said, from a world building perspective in these themed areas. I think I'll be really interested in seeing how these lands come together.
Yeah, I think I'm interested in because I think Frozen at Paris is just getting the boat ride, isn't it? Dark ride. And it looks like that's going to be quite a big footprint. I think years ago, what's his name? DSMY newscast, forgot the guy's name. He did a really good breakdown of it, and like incredible breakdown, like showed the show building alongside the Epcot one, and you can tell that you're not gonna have to worry about it being like a re-themed ride. Obviously, it's purpose built, and it looked huge. So I'm really excited for.
It's going to be epic because it's like the Beauty and the Beast ride that opened up in where was it? What Disney was that? Beauty and the Beast ride?
Is it Hong Kong? Is it Hong Kong Disneyland?
Tokyo,
Tokyo. Or Tokyo. Is that one of those?
That looked great as well.
That looks incredible, and it's going to be to like that scale. You know, probably bigger. But just like all the attention to detail in that ride looked so good. So yeah, it's exciting to see that, and it seems like a good bet. I think the problem with Galaxy's Edge, even though it's an amazing, like it was one of my favorite areas of Disney. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan in the world. Like, I like the movies, but I'm not like you and Luke and Mikhile, where like I love looking into the lore of everything. I've got mates like that, but I've never been that far into it. But even so, like,
I wouldn't even say I'm that far into it. I like Star Wars stuff, but like in terms of like, you know, educating myself on all the Star Wars lore and the origins of the Jedi and stuff like I'm not really that guy. But
yeah,
I know what you mean though.
The point is, even I'm not like a massive, but it's an incredible area. But it's like, when you think how big that area is, and like how big the actual footprint of it is, how many people it gets to it, it's got like 2 rides, and the throughputs of them are like not even the best in the world. So it's like, I don't know, are they looking at it now and going, is this the best decision to have this, specifically Galaxy's Edge, not just Star Wars, but Galaxy's Edge? Is it a good idea to put it in this park where we're probably trying to up throughputs and stuff?
And then like that kind of feeds into something John Pagan said in the chat. The DLP announcements were odd. Frozen Land without the coaster, Star Wars Land with only smugglers and not Rise of the Resistance. So they're putting in these areas with one of the 2 major rides missing. Like, with something with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, like you want ideally you would want the whole thing in it, but like if you're going to choose one of them, you would want smugglers in there because of the Millennium Falcon weenie. Like when you think of Galaxy's Edge, the imagery that comes to mind is having the Millennium Falcon like out front, isn't it? So like
they could still have that without the ride though.
Yeah,
technically.
Then you'd be disappointed. You'd turn up and see that, expect the ride, and then be like,
like there's that.
Well, that's the thing with Paris. Like, stop. Like, if you're going to replicate the lands, if you're not going to be original, if you're going to just replicate other lands, like replicate the land. Don't just do like a poor man's.
Don't just
like,
replicate half
Edge.
the land.
Do you know what I mean? Because the people
I'd rather if they weren't gonna, I'd rather them maybe bin off Galaxy's Edge and then do Frozen to like a bigger extent. So like have the coaster, have the dark ride, maybe add something else there, like make Frozen like their.
Do you know why I kind of agree with that as well? Is because if you look in the concept art of the whole development for Walt Disney Studios, there's a massive lake in front of the Frozen Land as well. Expanding the Frozen Land area would fit in much better with that central lake than Galaxy's Edge would.
Yeah, not many lakes in Star Wars. So.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, but
forgot about Naboo. In the chat,
there's gonna be one
Naboo.
somewhere.
Naboo literally is like loads of water, but like, yeah, ignore that.
If I can say Luke, if Luke's watching now, he's screaming.
He's like,
what are you talking about?
Not the Gungans. Sorry, nerd Sam. There, that was.
Yeah.
But I just think an extended. Sorry, I'll let you go in a sec. I'm just saying, like, I think an extended Frozen Land would visually speaking, feel in keeping more so with the central lake that they're wanting to develop for the transformation of Walt Disney Studios.
It's like it. For me, I'm thinking if the only people. If you want Galaxy's Edge, like it's great because if you haven't got the money, like not many people have the money to go out to Orlando, like it's actually like outside the scope of a lot of, unless you're willing to sacrifice things and like save up and stuff. And if you're an enthusiast, you're willing to do them sort of things. But for most people, who's just a Star Wars fan, they're like, that's really expensive. If I can't just go by myself, I'm gonna have to take my partner with me or something like that. So this is
you're gonna have to make a whole big deal out of the trip over there just to justify how much money you're spending to experience it.
For a lot of people, it's a once in a lifetime trip. But if you're going to do that in Paris, like you want it to be like an actual replica of, you want it to be the actual Galaxy's Edge, not just like, it's kind of like Galaxy's Edge, but we just haven't got that. We haven't got this. Because there's going to be loads of things I haven't got, but
we've got it at home, sort of thing.
Why not just come up with a different? Like, there's so much things you could dig into in Star Wars. Just make a different land, make something different. Give people a reason who go to Walt Disney World all the time. Give them a reason to come over to Paris because they can explore another land out of Star Wars.
All you have to do is look at how Universal have been developing and expanding their Harry Potter areas. It's not like a lot of the parks do have Hogsmeade, but you've got Diagon Alley in Orlando. You've got the Ministry of Magic's that are being worked into Epic Universe and stuff.
Like in London.
There's different. Exactly. Like there's so many different avenues that you could go down in the Star Wars universe to make each one unique.
It's endless. It's literally endless.
Like, spot on. That is spot on.
Yeah.
Joe mentioned the Mandalorian in the chat as well. Like all of the world building that's gone on in the Mandalorian series alone presents you with a wealth of opportunities and stuff.
Yeah. Cars Land in all Disney parks, please. That's another thing that people are thinking. Is maybe
1000% yes.
Because because that changed California Adventure for good, didn't it? Like that saved that part. So they might be thinking that kind of like studios in Paris is a bit like that. Like it's a bit like it's a bit like California Adventure in terms of like it's been a failure for like a long time.
It's been they've cut corners and then they brought out Cars Land, which they didn't cut corners. So it's like Disney Paris, Walt Disney Studios needs to have that project that just spares no expense. Hopefully that's Frozen.
There you go. Claire's saying Encanto is gradually appearing and they've got Maribel and the Magic Kingdom cover card now. Why can't I say that word?
I was about to say that was great. Cavalcade.
Yeah. Cavalcade. What is a cavalcade?
Oh,
in the Magic Kingdom cavalcade.
For listeners that don't know, can you put it in the chat?
So that is the cavalcade. There you go. So they've got that.
Wait, what?
Where are you taking us, Sean?
Yeah, look at the auto stuff. Auto traders.
There you go. Cavalcade. But yeah.
So it's a car.
It's a car.
That car literally looked like something out of GTA as well.
Yeah.
Get your Legoland license out.
Hey Dan, how you doing, man? Hope you had a good time in Port Aventura. Looked good. Very jealous. James saying Jim Hill and Len Tesla mentioned a rumor that Paris was switching out Galaxy's Edge for a Mando-based Star Wars land. That would be epic, though, wouldn't it? Like that'd be so good. I think that would be wicked.
Yeah, I'd give that a green light. I like that.
Yeah, because another thing that people were throwing the idea around was like, it must be really tempting to them to bring Avatar, because it's such a people eater. That ride is like, it can get through so many people that it's almost like its own, like you can't even tie that to the films, even though it is based on the films and it's all to do with the films. Like you could go into that attraction not knowing what that film was and still be its own thing. So it kind of works still, even though it's they're bringing out a new film soon too. Sorry, after like
Claire said that was a mini parade, by the way.
Mini parade
that she was referencing.
But things like Encanto, they need to just like I feel like Disney are too slow at like bringing like these lands, like to bringing these lands to the parks, because
it's hard, isn't it?
Because Princess and the Frog is like, that's such a good film, and the fact that they're only talking about doing like a ride based on it is insane. Like that's an old film now. It's still a good film, but it's old. And yeah, it's just weird. Encanto was like one of the best selling films of all time, wasn't it? No, it was like no, the soundtrack was. I can't remember. We should, if we're talking so much about Disney, we should have had some Disney buff on here, man.
I can be. I used to be, but yeah, I've let it go. Frozen pun, but
I hate you so much.
Yeah. So yeah, leaked plans. Leaked plans had Cozy Cone on one side of Lake by Route 66. Interesting.
So
yeah,
I
think
just going back to Galaxy's Edge then. So what was your perception of Galaxy's Edge when you were last there? Sure.
Just like what my impression of it was.
Yeah.
It's one of the best themed areas I've ever been in. Like it's one of the most immersive themes I've been like a thematic area I've been to. Right. Just because it's just done so well, because like when you're walking up to it, you go through the tunnel, and then suddenly like you're in the land, and it's like such a gradual kind of change, and it's just the way they did the whole approach that Universal did with Harry Potter, where
it's brilliant.
Like even like like in J.K. Rowling was, I shouldn't really say that name because she's an idiot, but anyway, she specified.
At least you acknowledge.
She specified in her like contract, like they can't just sell like Coca-Cola and things like that, and they made it like part of the land, so you're not just seeing like brands everywhere. They kind of did that with Galaxy's Edge, even though you can buy Coke, it's like properly like themed bottles.
It's in the I can't remember what I know.
It's just every last detail is like themed, and it's just all them little things come together. And it's like when you're going through, I don't know what all the names of the bits are, but you know, when you go for the marketplace and you've got like things hanging above you, and I don't know, I just absolutely loved it. And I spent half a day in that area. It's not that big of an area, but I spent so long in there, because when you first go in there as well, it's like so many little paths you can go down, and it just feels like really, really immersive. And
see, like, so I spent about half a day in there as well last November, and I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it was because like we literally did Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Epcot all in one day. And it was just because we had a friend of ours who worked at Animal Kingdom, so we could get into all those parks, and obviously trying to fit everything into, well, just doing a bunch of Orlando parks in 1 week before I went down to Tampa, but that's another thing. But like, so we ended up only having like the morning and early afternoon in Galaxy's Edge, and I kind of feel like I need to spend more time in there and really just soak up everything that's in there, because like we did Rise of the Resistance first, and then did Smugglers after, and then got something to eat, and then that was pretty much it. We looked around a little bit, but not that much. I didn't feel how I expected to feel in the area. I expected to be absolutely floored by how lost you just feel in that world. How lost I expected to feel in that world. And seeing the Millennium Falcon, like, you know, the reveal of the Millennium Falcon was awesome. It was great, but it just I don't know what it is. It just didn't grab me as much as it. I think that may have played a part in it. I think that may have played a part in it. Yeah.
Because if you've got, because that's the great thing with a lot of, like, say if you go to Phantasialand, everyone's in Europe, everyone wears like dark clothing, whereas in America, tourists wear like really bright, vivid things and shorts and bum bags, and it's just there you go.
It's a different clientele for sure.
But I think that might play a part into it. But I don't know. From my point of view, it's probably different for me, because basically I went by myself, because everyone else, we'd been there like 4 days already, like not into the studios, but just a lot of other parks, and that was meant to be a chill day. But that day, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway was opening, and I was like, I'm like, it's opening when we're here. Like, I want to go to like a Disney opening day attraction. I was like, 100% I'm going, and I'm so glad I did, because it was really good.
Yeah, of course.
But so I just ended up going by myself. And I was like, well, while I'm here, I'm going to try and get one for Rise, because I was like, get a boarding pass, because I'll probably fail. End up getting it, which I was so happy about. But yeah, I was by myself, and I was just walking around, and to me, like, I was just by myself. So you kind of just with your own thoughts, then, aren't you?
Yeah,
and that probably helped me, because
there's no one there to distract you from the fact that you know, you're just looking around at everything and taking it all in. No,
and it was cool, because I just love little details, like the fact that like Rise doesn't even look like the start of an attraction. It's like it's so subtle. It's kind of like, it feels like you're just going into like the side of a, you know.
And just a side thing, that's kind of what I was getting at with like the DLP Galaxy, like them choosing the attraction. If they're only going to go with one, then they're going to go with Smugglers, because it has a much grander entrance, whereas Rise's entrance is much more subtle, like you just said. I love that. I love the fact that they went with that. It's not some massive sign. It's just like, it just feels like you're on a mission, sort of thing. For sure.
And they would go with Smugglers anyway, because you can just build so many of them, like them, whatever they're called, simulators. Like, you could build just like loads of them, whereas you're always going to be, I don't know, with Rise, it already has enough problems as it is, but there's always going to be a capped capacity there with how much space it takes up and stuff. And it's, you know, even though it's trackless, there is a track. There's a track it has to follow, not a physical track, but it has, you know. So they would definitely go with Smugglers. But
I'm really interested on the fact that it didn't blow you away as much as,
like,
have there been other lands that have blown you away to the level that you was hoping Galaxy's Edge was going to?
This is what I was about to get to. Like, obviously, but no. So in that same day, Pandora gave me the reaction I was thinking I would get from Galaxy's Edge. By the time we got over to Animal Kingdom, it was starting to get dark. Like, 'cause it was in November. It was getting dark by like 4 or 5 p.m. or maybe a little later, but like around that time.
It's so good at night, isn't it?
Yeah, and we didn't go straight to Pandora as well. We went over to the fuck's it called? Expedition Everest first. Rode that a couple of times. That thing is that's incredible in the dark, by the way. on a dark twilight-ish kind of time, when it's raining, amazing.
solidly in my top 10.
I have it ranked above Hagrid's. If that means anything.
I have it like right in my top 10 Everest. Like I don't even care. I love that ride.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh my god, it's so good. I was not ready for Expedition Everest to be that good.
Yeah, that drop as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we did that. Then we rode a Dinosaur, which is a really good dark ride.
I love that.
So like and we didn't like Pandora was the last place we went to go ride Flight of Passage, obviously. Before going over to Epcot. So I only saw Pandora like when it was like completely dark, and it had been raining all day as well, so the park had emptied out. And just it's so funny. We beelined it basically straight to Flight of Passage's entrance, and I didn't really grasp the grand scale of the floating rocks until like, because we waited outside the entrance for a little bit. My friend had gone off to the bathroom and gone to get a drink, and I was just waiting there for us to all group back so we could get in line. And while they were gone, I was just walking around like nearby, scoping out the floating rocks. It didn't hit me until then, and I was just looking up at the rocks, and I was like, and it was dark, so like vision was kind of faded a little bit, and I was just like. It's blowing me away. I was almost in tears.
Yeah,
on the same level reaction wise as Ruckberg and
I have it well above. Like I have Ruckberg diagonally, then you got Pandora. Like,
did you both experience like Pandora at night when you first saw it? Or
I saw it at day first. Like it's pretty much just as good in the day. Like it's like even when it's busy, it's almost like it's the noises, because obviously you've got little subtle like animal noises around.
The ambient sounds around the place.
Some of the trees are musical. You can bop them and they like bongo drums. And then you've got people in their big robot suits. I've not actually seen Avatar, so like sorry, but like it's my favorite themed area. Like. At
night as well, with all the pulsating light.
Yes.
Like, see, I didn't get
bioluminescence that they recreated, and all the lights pulsate. Oh my! It's
see, we didn't get to experience it at night, which I'm really sad about. Because like
good in the day.
But it looks so good at night. Like I really wanted to. Like I was pushing, but the people we were with, they just wanted to get like a taxi back, and and even though I'd done a few parks by myself, I was just like, we didn't get a chance to go back there. But I need to get back. We're going back.
You're going back next month, are you?
Next month we're going. It's coming around quick.
Son of a woman.
Yeah, make sure you see it at night and really take the time to take it in as well.
It's gonna be better this time around because I did so much of it last time we was there in 2020, just before COVID hit. Always have to mention that, just before COVID hit.
So the ultimate frame of reference.
I know, just before COVID.
Everyone knows what you're talking about.
There was so like when you first do them parks before you go, like there's such like an anxiety, like there's credit anxiety when you go to every park. Where you're like, I'm gonna get everything, but like it was unreal being there. Yeah, it's like Disney and Universal. There's so much to cram in. But this time around, we didn't have to have that because if we miss something, we're just gonna put everything that we haven't done priority first, and all the stuff we loved so much. A priority, and then there's going to be little things that like Winnie the Pooh. I'm not going to care about queuing up to do that again.
How are you going to know what Tigers do?
Although we never one of the rides that got away was Peter Pan's Flight, because that thing has insane queues. But I'm definitely going to push to do it. In fact, we purposely went to Magic Kingdom for like this was back when you could just park hop. We used to do like back when we did that trip, we did like 4 parks in a day. After we'd done everything, we just went back and just did all the attractions we loved, because we hired a car as well, so it was really easy. But we purposely went to Magic Kingdom just before the fireworks started, because obviously everything clears out, and was like, we'll do Peter Pan's Flight as soon as it opens. As soon as the fireworks start. Went there. was waiting there for about 15 minutes. We were like so close, and then suddenly the fireworks ended. Everyone started queue jumping and going, I'm just gonna go meet my husband. I'm just with all the kids. It was like crowds just walking past us in the queue, and like, you know, so someone in their family had like waited in line for them, and in the end we just walked off, because then it went up to like 45 minutes, and then I was just like, queue jumpers, man. But yeah, so Peter Pan's flight's got to be done. And Joe's got to do ET's adventure.
Oh, I love that ride.
She missed out on that. I ran across the park. It was like 20 minutes before the parade, and I was like, I'm gonna go do it. Joe, you come in? And Joe was like, no, I'm just gonna get a drink. And I was like, okay. So I ran, did ET's, and then it's so good.
I got back on it. I got back on it last November, after, like, the last time I'd ridden it before that was the first time I went to Universal when I was 11 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just love everything about it. I love
it's so charming, man.
The smells and everything.
That ride can't die. That ride can't die.
It can't. There'd be so much outrage if they decided to get rid of it. They just need to keep it for forever.
Yeah, because it's got no screens either.
It's just full on. It's just, I love them type of rides. It's very Efteling. It reminds me of Efteling. When you do them type of rides, it's like Dreamflute a little bit. That's what it reminds me of.
But Pandora gave me, just getting back a bit, like, Pandora gave me the reaction. Like, I had the reaction to Pandora that I thought I would have to Galaxy's Edge, and I kind of just think that I need to go back to that park and that area and really give it the time. I feel like I could spend, like, maybe not a whole day, and if I had enough, well, maybe a whole day. Like, if I had enough money to do like Savi's workshop and get a lightsaber built as well, maybe get a droid as well. Like, I could definitely spend a good amount of time just, you know, taking it all in. Obviously getting all the photos that I could want as well.
Yeah.
Like, I could definitely spend a good, at least an afternoon.
Did you get the photo where it zooms in on you?
What zooms in on you?
So the photo like zooms in on you. So you can get one. You get it by. There's loads of different. There's quite a lot.
Where it's like a bird's eye view, massive, extremely long shot, and then it zooms into a close up of you.
Zooms straight into like you.
I saw those.
We didn't do any. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I feel like my experience of the area is incredibly limited. So that, and obviously having on my mind, like, we were going to do 3 Disney parks in a day. Like, that was probably having my attention, like, pulling my attention away from, you know, just being present in it. So, like, I think maybe I just need to go back there, and maybe just on like a more chill day, just spend a day there, or like spend an afternoon there.
I'll show you this. I'll show you this photo.
I'd want to get a lightsaber done and go Clark Kylo Ren.
Here's that photo, by the way. So it goes there.
Yeah, I love that.
Boom.
You look like a Sith Lord as well.
That
right.
That dirt face is so funny. Because thing is, I'm by myself, and I just felt like a bit of an idiot, just standing there. He was just stand there. I'm like, yeah, okay.
So
I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to happen. Basically, there's a guy there, and I saw people having photos. But he was saying, the guy was just going, look over there, and then like everyone was like doing that, and I'm like, what are they doing? I was like, what? There's no camera there. So then I was just like, what's this? And he was like, oh, just stand there and look over that box up there. And I was just like, okay, yeah, waiting for something to happen. And he was just like, okay, you'll get it on your phone now. And then I looked at the phone and I was like, what the heck? If I knew it was going to be this epic, I would actually like posed for it.
You do look proper solid though.
There must be There must be so many photos of people just looking hella confused at what the hell's going on because they don't know what's about to happen.
Everyone looks like Sean.
Really. Yeah, it was so good. But yeah, this was from the last time we went. There we go. Photo time with Sean.
Yeah, that's not you, or is it you?
There's me in a hot tub. Blue steel.
Yeah,
there you go.
I get flustered of that.
Blue. Oh, I can't wait to go to Moe's. So there we are. But yeah, it was yeah, I loved it. But that's it. So what plans have we got going forward, guys? Anyone got any park trips? Or maybe not Mikhile.
I'm sure you'd be surprised. I mean, I have always been someone who doesn't really want to divulge too much of plans just in case they don't happen. But
or you got like a stalker or something who just
maybe. I will say I am planning to be at the Buzzed Bars next Stumble over in Atlanta at the end end of September into the beginning of October. I think it's the first weekend of October actually. That's happening, and then some other things around that area might. I think I'm trying to fit in a few days down in Florida to go see my friend down there, and obviously to go ride Velocicoaster again.
And so jealous.
Obviously get on Iron Gwazi as well.
Oh yeah, you've not done it yet.
No, I haven't gone over there since it opened.
Yeah.
So there's that and that's kind of what I'm focusing on at the moment. So that'll be like end of September towards beginning of October. So that's that's the one I'm focusing on at the moment. I do have like other ideas, like for the rest of the year, but that's the one I'm saving up money for at the moment.
I've not really. We chilled out on the trips because we're going to Florida, and you basically need a mortgage to just for like spending money to go there.
Exactly.
So we're just saving. So many places I want to go.
Yeah.
But how about you, Sam? Are you go? Well, I'll tell you what. First, before you reveal your plans,
go.
James said, "Anyone checking out Carnival and the trailers at Maze?" You will be doing that, won't you?
Yeah, I'll be going there having a look at that. I was terrified at trailers when it was Fright Nights. I think Marcus will tell you that I might have teared up a little bit. Got a bit.
You're a newbie when it comes to these things.
I hate them, but I'm like at the point now where I like love to hate them. Before I just genuinely hated them
because you hadn't been on any before you come on that Journey to Hell, had you? I don't think.
So before Journey to Hell, I'd done one of the Towers ones back in like 2014 when I worked there.
Yeah.
So I did Terror of the Towers back in 2014. That put me off them.
Yeah, because that was pretty.
And then before that, I tried to do Saw the Maze or Saw Alive in like 2009, 2010. I didn't get past the first scene. You know, when you get put in your line to go through it. I was like, no, I can't do this. I walked out. I did the walk of shame.
Oh, man.
And then I tried again in like 2019. I tried to do Creepy Caves, and that done me in as well.
That's scary though, man.
I thought Chessington, fine. Chessington, bad. No, that ruined it again.
I said last week we were talking about it, and I still the run through we had in Creepy Caves in 2020 was one of the scariest mazes I've done in the UK by far. It was flipping insane, and it's not even like that clever. Because you could only go in your own groups because of COVID. They could just amp it up for adults, so they just went to town on us, and it was just like everywhere you looked, it was just like something there, and it was mental.
Do you know what? I think it was the same day I did it, because this is before I had a YouTube channel, and I went and my friend showed me a picture of me in the back of your vlog, just like sat on
really?
Probably, like I was in the back of your vlog, and that was the day I went to do Creepy Caves, and it ruined me.
I need to go and find that.
Yeah, I'll see.
Was it a Chessington vlog?
Yeah, that's where it is, isn't it?
Oh no, I meant, was it the Chessington vlog?
It must have been. It's like it was way before I had a channel, so I was like,
I'm gonna go
just
look
in the
out for
back
that
of
now.
yours.
Just
Yeah,
stalking
it was.
us.
I had my long hair,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was the day that it ruined mazes for me, and then like a year later, I had to do Journey to Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But this, I think you'll be relieved to hear that. But is it Bozo's Breakout? What's it called? Bozo's Breakout?
Something like that.
It's an over 8, so it
should be all right.
So you should be fine. But
imagine if I'm not though.
Yeah,
humiliated.
Well, Creepy Caves, man, it could be still bad.
What's Creepy Caves? Is that like over 8s then? Surely not.
It's got to be, right, because it's at Chessington. It's definitely a kids one, but like I say, because they did originally when it opened, it was like it was more gentle, but then they did an after hours one.
Yeah, I did
that you could go to, and that was
so
like
that's the one that fucked everybody up.
But
they probably saw me with my hyper masculine look and thought we'll go for
it. But because, like I say, because of COVID, you could only go in with your groups. They could just still like amp it up because there's not kids about, so they can just be like, "That's 2 adults there. We're just gonna go." Like they're probably radioing through in adults coming through now. Let's go, and then just doing that. So they might do the same in Bozo's, but yeah, we'll see. I kind of want to go. I'm tempted to go this Friday because it starts Friday, doesn't it? And that's my birthday. So I'm thinking that would be good. But I'm just so busy at the minute. I really want to get down there. But
I'll just say real quick. I didn't even explain what the Atlanta Stumble was.
Oh yeah.
Rewind.
I know what it is, but you explain it.
Yeah, the Buzzed Bars Atlanta Stumble event is officially they're officially calling it Stumble on My Mind as an ode to the famous song Georgia on My Mind. It's a weekend in the 1st of October and the 2nd of October, which is we're going to Six Flags Over Georgia and Fun Spot America Atlanta, or just Fun Spot Atlanta, whatever, for the for hopefully when Air Force One will be open by then. That name's still shit, but the ride looks pretty good. And yeah, like I'm looking forward to getting back to Six Flags Over Georgia because there are still coasters there that I got spited out of last time I was there. So but yeah.
What's your feelings on the news from Hershey and Wildcat?
Right. I am looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I'm not. It's weird because I'm kind of in 2 minds about it because I prefer Wildcat to Lightning Racer, just because Lightning Racer is boring as fuck, and Wildcat actually it does much less than it looks like it should, and I'm not the hugest fan of racing / dueling coasters when like the individual layouts aren't that great. Like it's all right when you can get groups like on both trains and then you can just be like waving at each other and stuff. That's always fun. That's always fun on any racing or dueling coaster. But just the rides themselves, you don't really get that much airtime on it. Like there's not much sort of like GCI stuff in it that I really like about GCIs.
Well, it's their first one, isn't it? So it's like they probably haven't really worked out who they are yet.
No, Lightning Racer, not Wildcat. Lightning Racer.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about.
Okay,
but so I'm saying why I prefer Wildcat because Lightning Racer is kind of just a bit. But yeah, Wildcat, like I never really experienced any roughness that was like, oh, I don't want to do this again. But everyone's apparently loads of people do, and
surprising amount of people who don't normally say, who are okay with roughness was say it's bad.
But then the last time I rode it was 2017. So
but quickly, because we've got to wrap up soon. Do you think? What would you prefer to see? GCI Titan Track in its place, or RMC?
I would probably honestly, I would prefer to see RMC.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know what GCI can do with their Titan track.
Yeah, but I just feel like for this particular in this
first
particular instance, I feel like RMC could do a lot with that layout, and they have a plot of land like off to the sort of like back left corner, like right next to Wildcat, like where the employee parking lot is, that they could. Not the employee park, just a parking lot, which is just being used for storage at the moment. And stuff like it's not really being used for anything. Like RMC could do something like to just expand that layout in a way that uses that plot of land that's not being used as well. We could get something really substantial out of that plot of land.
I'm back travel, so GCI have confirmed they aren't working on new Wildcat. Don't believe them. Don't believe
that. I had seen that, but yeah.
I want to see a full circuit. I want to see a full circuit GCI Titan track hybrid.
I would like to see that as well. I just think in this instance, I feel like RMC could do something really, really interesting with.
But if we're talking about, before RMC were a thing, and they were trying to get a chance to do something, like we didn't know what was to come, I guess you're saying because of this specific layout, it's more in line with something that RMC we know that
we want to see something new showcase.
I want to see something that it's like I've never done one of them before.
And I do get the whole thing that like it's the first GCI. It could be like GCI coming full circle and implementing a Titan track retrack on that, and playing with the layout like a little bit, adding new elements and stuff.
Would have been nice.
It would have been pretty cool to see. Like, and
cool. Yeah. We'll see. So Sam, what else have you got planned, mate?
So what did I last do? I did Energylandia. So now I haven't got any abroad trips planned just yet. I know I'm going Towers soon and Drayton Manor at some point, but I might try and probably do Plopsaland at some point in the next month or so.
Yeah, go get on Ride to Happiness. Immediately.
Like, I would have liked to have gone Florida myself, but I've just spent multiple Florida holidays on a kitchen. So
understandable though.
Maybe that'll be next year. I might do Plopsaland, and then Eftelin's on the radar. Been a long time since I've been over there, like a long time, probably like 10 years. I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I went with my family, so I need to go back. Eftelin, might do that towards the end of the year. You never know. I'm quite spontaneous with things, so I might even throw Wallaby Holland in there.
Yeah, why not? It's good.
I
love that park. Have you been before? You've not been before.
Never been Wallaby Holland, and I've now got my taste for RMCs. And not to spoil my vlog that I'll put out at some point, but I did enjoy Zadra. It was decent. Yeah,
it was good. It was good. I can't believe the American lot are over there at the minute. Well, not there, but they're just been there.
Yeah,
a lot of them preferred Hyperion to Zadra.
Yeah, they did.
I'll be honest.
That was disappointing, man. What, you think the same?
No, I didn't. So, first ride on Zadra weren't as good as my first ride on Hyperion.
Right, yeah.
But then, like middle seat Hyperion.
But then Zadra warmed up.
Zadra warmed up. Like, I got the last train of the day back row.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is.
See, like, do you know what I think is playing into some people's like opinions on this as well? Is that I think like a lot of them went straight to Zadra in the morning.
Yes.
And like when it was cold.
Yeah, because we did it in the afternoon.
Same. Yeah. We rode Hyperion first, and then gradually made our way over to. I think we rode like Formula, and then some others like before riding Zadra first. And so like we had given Zadra like all morning and all like midday to warm up a bit. We didn't get to it until the afternoon. So like,
I'll be honest though, there's not like Hyperion, like to me, there wasn't loads in it. I thought Hyperion was so good.
It's amazing.
I don't get the hype, man. I wish I did. I really wish I did. The first drop is so good. Like it is so good. But the rest is just like, for me, it was like so lackluster. Like it just
the first drop, the first hill, and the dive turn.
It's just not that great for me.
Just so good.
When you're walking past the grass near the end, like, I don't know, I did enjoy it.
I think Hyperion's operation has been like, not in terms of the operations of the operations crew, just like how it's been running this year. I think it's been a little bit hit and miss this year so far. Okay. And like you're not the first person I've heard say like it's not been running well when they've been there. But then like some other people I've heard say like it's running amazing. So like I think you may have just caught it on a bad day.
I think that also helped me when I rode it, like because like I was vlogging, I was so hyped for like Zadra, but Hyperion was just another ride.
Yeah, you didn't really
and I knew people like Chris Screwy Loops slanders it. Most people say
he does.
Yeah. Like, you know, like people that I listen to say it's not that great. Like even you didn't really go on about it too much in your vlog. Like just kind of brushed past it. So I had no expectations. I came off it like I'm not listening to these guys no more. But
I've had that so many times with rides. It was like I remember when I did Rip Ride Rocket, and everyone just slanders it, and so I was going on that expecting it to be like not that good, and it was genuinely like one of my favorite coasters of the trip. I've absolutely loved it, and I loved the music element. Yeah, I can happily ride that.
And then a lot of people also sensationalize their opinions and just like massively exaggerate what they actually think. Like Rip Ride Rocket is not great, and it's not terrible either. Like it's just a fun ride.
It's fun. I think that's the thing. And it's like when you're in Orlando and you're doing all these amazing rides, like a fun coaster is nice, especially when you're doing Disney for so long as well, because you just want something like more thrilling, you know. And it's just it's not you like
choose a song like
the song element is so underrated. It's so good. But yeah, anyway, cool. I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Try not to we could go on for hours, but
of course we could.
But you know how it goes. But no, thanks so much for coming on, Sam. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully you'll come on again soon. Whenever you want, man. Just let us know.
Thanks for having me. Yeah,
friend of the show. Doors always open.
So happy. My first time on Chain Dogs.
Yeah, it is, man. To be fair, we only had started getting on guests very recently. We've been putting it off for a while until we got into the flow. You know, 41 episodes now. It's mad.
Oh, that's actually
can you believe
big.
that? That's mad. Like
closing in on 50.
Yeah, get in there.
It's not going to be long.
It's not going to be long at all. But yeah, no, thanks for everyone in the chat for joining us. James said Limp Bizkit and Coasters, what more do you want? That's it, man.
Yes. Oh,
yeah. yeah, so good. Or Beastie Boys is my favorite, man.
No, straight NERD or bust, mate.
What about Kanye West Stronger? I had that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good one. That's good. Oh man, we did so many. We did like a night ride for Mardi Gras as well, which was just epic.
Ooh.
I loved it. It was so good. But no, yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you for Mikhile for being back. Can't believe it. Can't believe you're back, man. I thought like we'd lost you for there.
I was always coming back. Told you I was always coming back. Can't keep you away for too long.
That's it. Can we get a fire in the chat for Mikhile? Go on.
Let me try.
Get a fire in the chat. Go on, fire it off. Make sure you've liked the video. Make sure you're subscribed to us. And we will see you all next week. Thanks, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.